Hi, friends. How are you? It's been so long since I've gone live on my personal page. I just have this huge testimony that I felt like I wanted to share. So, whoever is watching this, thank you so much. If you have ever had digestive issues, bloating, or just stomach discomfort, like this will be very helpful. So, just to give you a little background, I've always had digestive issues. I remember when I was younger, my dad having to give me I don't even know what they're called, but trying to get the poop out of me, right? And it was really awful. And I've always had to take laxatives. And in college, I took a lot of laxatives because it's like I was just so stopped up. So when I got eating psychology certified, I learned a whole new way of eating and, changed a lot about my lifestyle, how I was eating, and even some of the foods that I was eating. And my digestive upset, bloating all disappeared. And recently, it all came back. And so that's what I want to talk about because it's been a long time since I felt this uncomfortable in my stomach. And I was like, gosh, what's going on? Am I going to have to get more supplements? Am I going to have to change what I'm eating? All of these thoughts came by because when you're uncomfortable, all you want to do is solve that problem, right? All you want to do is be like, okay, what can I do? What do I need to do to solve this? Because I don't like it. I don't like feeling this uncomfortable. And I was recognizing what was happening. So I have a full-time job. I work at a grocery store. I'm a personal shopper there. And we have 30 minutes to eat our lunch. And I have become I enjoy my meals, right? I have been at home for 5 years. So I had always eaten really relaxed and I could eat when I want. I didn't have any of these time constraints or pressure. Well, when I started to work again, I was having some time constraints and some pressure with my eating. I had to get it all done. And what I noticed I was doing, so I have 30 minutes to eat and I would scarf it down as fast as I could. And I was like, oh my God, I got to eat it all. I got to eat it all right now because I don't want to get hungry later. And, every time I would eat, I would go back into work and I felt sluggish. And then my stomach would start bloating and I was like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. And sometimes it wasn't a ton of food either, but because at the rate I was eating, I was seriously taking big bites, scarfing it down, eating it as fast as I can. If you can relate to this, that this is how your eating is of just trying to get it over with, right? You got other things to do. So you might be standing up in the kitchen, you might be driving and eating and, just really chaos when it comes to eating. And so I even noticed I was eating in the car often too on my way to work. I had to go drop off my son at school and then I'd be going to work and I'd be eating in the car and that would be rushed as well. So for a couple weeks, oh my gosh, my stomach, it's the worst, right? When your stomach is uncomfortable and in pain, nothing else is enjoyable. You can't enjoy anything. It's hard to think about anything else because your stomach hurts. And I'm like, gosh, this is awful. It's I had to put a rubber band on my pants because I couldn't button my pants anymore. And I was just like, oh my God, this is awful. So what I had to do, and I'm going to give you this secret, and it's super simple. And it often gets overlooked because we think that we have to change our diet. We think we have to take more supplements, which I did. I started taking more probiotics and doing all sorts of different things to help me with my digestive issues. And you know what? It made it worse. It did not make it better. So I was like, okay, what can I do? I'm starting to feel really anxious. I don't like the way that I feel when I'm eating. This does not feel pleasurable or relaxed. And this is what I teach. I teach you how to slow down with your meals, to enjoy your meals, to create a little bit more pleasure, because when you do that, your digestive system turns on, right? Your calorie burning capacity increases, your metabolism increases. It's your body's able to metabolize your food. And so what I noticed I was doing is I was eating in a stressed state. I was eating anxiously and fast and furious. And my body's like, because when you eat in a stressed state, or if you eat fast, your digestive system actually turns off. So you're eating all of this food. Your digestive system's not thinking about metabolizing your food or assimilating your food or taking any nutrients from it because it's stressed out, right? Your nervous system is stressed out. Your digestive system is not thinking about food. So of course it's going to feel like you've got lead in your stomach. And that's where the bloating comes from. That's where the discomfort comes from. And all these digestive issues come from. So I was like, okay, here's my plan. I'm gonna go back to the basics of what I teach. And doing this has just brought so much revelation to me to help clients more, because I've kind of forgotten about it because it came such second nature. But because I forgot about it, I get reminded now, and I get to tell you about it so you can do it as well. So I decided, okay, I am gonna really eat slow. I'm gonna breathe while I eat. It's gonna be okay if I don't finish all my food. I will be okay, because I felt like if I didn't finish all my food, I'd be hungry later, and I don't want to be hungry later, right? Have you felt that before too? It's like this fear of not having enough food. So I was like, okay, if I don't finish it, no worries, no problem. I can have a snack later. I will be okay. So I usually sit in my car for lunch, and so I was sitting in my car, and I stopped. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take a few breaths. And by doing that, I automatically felt my nervous system shift. I was slower. I felt more comfortable. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take a bite and I'm going to eat this really slow. And just however long it takes me, if I don't finish, I'm going to just pack it up and save it for later. And so I did that. And it was challenging, because there's this part of me that's like, no, hurry up and eat. You don't have a lot of time. And I was like, no, I have time. Time is on my side, and I'm going to slowly eat this. And I really enjoyed it, and I got to taste my food. And, I really took my time. And the funny thing is, it took me about 30 minutes to eat all of my food. And at the same time, I did eat it all. I was able to eat it all. And even when I got done, I gave myself just like an extra minute or two just to sit there and breathe and just feel my digestive system, feel my nervous system, like be really relaxed and calm. And that day, I did not have any bloating, digestive issues, discomfort, or pain. And I was like, okay, here we go. Let's try this again. So I did it again at dinner, because I was realizing I was rushing with dinner. Like, I'm not even breathing when I was eating. I was just like, let's hurry up and get this done. And so every meal since then, I have made time. And even if it is short, 5 minutes, I have made time and space for me to relax while I eat. And this is the biggest thing that you can do for yourself if you are having digestive issues. Because I've started doing this for at least a week, maybe a little bit longer, but oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And this is one of the main principles that I teach in our program, because we're often rushing while we're eating, we're crazy, we're not even in an optimal state of digestion or health when we eat because we're so rushed. And this was such a revelation for me to remind myself of, like, the simple things are going to be the biggest change for you. And by just slowing down my eating and not feeling so anxious of having to finish it all or hurry up and get it done, I feel so much better in my body. My stomach has started to go down a little bit. I feel more satisfied. I'm not as hungry. It's like everything feels better. I feel so much more peace inside my body. So if you feel like you're just having such digestive discomfort, like, I totally understand what that feels like, and you have like this fear of food and you're not going to have enough, or you think about food all the time and you feel like, oh my God, I need to do something. I need to I need to eat a different way. I need to take out sugar. I need to take out carbs. I need to take out all this. If you're having these thoughts, I would love to talk to you, because I have a program, the Empowered Eating Inner Circle, starting next week with our next round. This is the last round that we're doing for this year. And it's absolutely amazing. It's going to be life-changing. We're changing things up this time. We're going to give you like step-by-step everything that I talked about. Like, we're going to teach you how to have a better relationship with food, as well as find more peace with your meals, feel better in your body, reduce cravings, like really balance out your blood sugar. All of these things can take place in a natural, holistic way where you don't have to go crazy and get all these expensive supplements. I did it. It didn't work. You can, hey Carly, so good to see you. Thanks for hopping on. You don't have to get all these expensive supplements or eat more of this or more of that. You get to like just change the way that you eat. And our principle is like, you know, food is half the story. Absolutely. If you're eating a lot of crap, I don't know, maybe you won't feel so good. But maybe if you also change the way that you eat or the way that you think about food, your beliefs, your patterns, your behaviors around food, that could also change the way that you feel in your body as well. So it's not always what you eat, but it's how you eat. And when I focus on how I eat and pay attention to who's showing up to eat, how is my nervous system when I eat, when I focus on those things, that's when I feel my best. Because I'm taking the time, I'm caring for myself. This is really how we begin to nourish our body. This is how we begin to change our health, is by focusing on how we're showing up. How are we eating? And you know what? It's not always easy, but it's very, very simple. It's so simple that it's like we often forget. We as humans make things so complicated. Even I do it all the time. I'm like, gosh, what am I going to need to do? What do I need to add? What do I need to like? I need to change everything. And it just goes back down to the basics. Really like getting your body back into optimal health by working with your nervous system, right? Yeah, so true, right? True statement, Carly. We make things so challenging. It's about getting yourself back into a state of relaxation. Your nervous system is a huge facilitator. Your nervous system runs your immune system, all other systems in your body. If your nervous system is off and it's stressed, it's anxious, it's all of these like chaos, nerve, crazy storms going on inside you, it's going to be really hard to change your health. I'll tell you that right now. Last night we had our last call with our last round with our inner circle, and it was interesting because they don't realize like the thoughts that we have about food or our body it's like all consuming, right? That's all we think about. We have these fights within ourselves about food, about how we feel about our body, how we feel about ourselves, and it's these constant storms inside of ourselves. If we have constant storms inside of ourselves, how are we ever to feel peace? We can't feel peace. So when you start to clear out these storms, these thoughts and behaviors and patterns about food and your body and even yourself, like you start to like clear them out slowly, then what are you left with? You're left with peace. You don't have all this chaos storms going on inside you anymore. You are at peace, which then you can begin to turn into and listen to your heart. You can listen to your soul. You can listen to your body. You're able to decide like, okay, this is what my body's feeling that I need. This is going to nourish me the most right now. You know, this is, my nickname is Tornado Carly. Oh, Carly, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad I get to work with you, because we're going to calm that storm down, girl. We're going to calm it down. So it's like when you are at peace and your nervous system is relaxed, then yes, you get to actually listen to your body, and she's going to tell you when you're hungry, when you can stop, and you're going to feel this confidence inside of you of, okay, I know what I need to do. I know how to feed myself in the best way. And you get to focus on other things in life. You get to focus on the things that matter to you, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, your purpose. And because you're not consumed with food. And I know a lot of people out there are consumed with food. We think about it all the time. We think about our health all the time. What kind of exercise program am I going to do? How can I lose this weight? It's constant. Every time you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I don't like that. what do I need to do? Or you just beat yourself up. You know, these times need to end. Honestly, these times need to end that we are berating ourselves, that we're constantly hurting ourselves. I cannot handle it anymore. It's like, I want everybody just to feel more peace with themselves, because once you do, oh my gosh, it's like you're unstoppable, right? Like, our relationship with food stops us so much from living to our fullest potential, and it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary to have that be in our way when it's a natural thing that we need to do to survive. So let's make peace with it. And if you're interested at all in the Inner Circle or the program or working with me, please comment me below, and I will love to talk to you, because we start next week and time is running out. It's like the last call to get into this program, because it is life-changing. That's great saying, knowing how to feed yourself. Yes, Carly, learn how to feed yourself. It's such a beautiful gift that you can give yourself, because I think oftentimes we don't feel like we're worthy enough to feed ourselves properly or in a way that feels good to us. It's like there's so much angst is inside of us. And I just wanted to share my experience with the bloating and digestive system, because how easy it is to start thinking about all the things that we need to do when really we just come back to nature, come back to the basics. And that's why I teach. I just teach how to eat in a way that's not chaotic, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks, Carly. So good to see you. And if this was helpful for you, please let me know. I'd like to hop on here more often. It's good to connect with everybody. All right. Have a wonderful day.